Hi everyone, today we'll talk about why Bitcoin was born as a currency. And to truly understand what that means, we first need to remember what a currency actually is. A good currency has three fundamental qualities. It must be a store of value, meaning it allows us to preserve the results of our work over time. It must be a medium of exchange, something we can use to buy and sell goods or services. And finally, it must be a unit of account, a stable reference to measure prices and value. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, these three functions didn't appear all at once. In its early days, Bitcoin was simply a new technology, misunderstood by most. But over time, it began to clearly function as a store of value. Calling it that might sound unusual, especially given its price volatility. Yet those who understand how Bitcoin works know that this volatility is part of a natural process. Bitcoin is still being adopted, and the market is constantly learning how to value it. Despite that, millions of people around the world store their wealth in Bitcoin, treating it as a digital vault, one that can't be manipulated, inflated, or confiscated. But Bitcoin isn't just theory, it's also a medium of exchange in real life. More and more businesses, shops, and professionals accept Bitcoin as payment. Entire communities live buying and selling in Bitcoin. And even some countries, like El Salvador since 2021, have adopted it as legal tender alongside the US dollar. That's a crucial point. When a currency starts being used in daily transactions, it becomes part of the real economy. The last step of this process is becoming a unit of account, the moment when people start thinking in Bitcoin, pricing goods and services directly in CTS or BTC. It's the hardest stage and it takes time, but it's also what marks the maturity of a truly global currency. Now there's one question everyone asks sooner or later: how much is one Bitcoin worth? But before that, let's ask something simpler. How much is a dollar worth? A dollar is worth maybe a candy, maybe a pen. The truth is that a currency doesn't have value by itself. It only gains meaning when we compare it to what it allows us to buy. The same is true for Bitcoin. To understand its value, we must compare it either to other currencies or to real-world goods and services. And when we look at history, something becomes very clear. Over time, traditional fiat currencies, like the dollar, lose purchasing power, while Bitcoin's value in the long run continues to rise. In fact, when measured against Bitcoin, fiat currencies have lost more than 99% of their value through the years. Why does this happen? Because of one simple but powerful reason. Fiat money can be printed infinitely, while Bitcoin is forever limited to 21 million units. That limit is coded into its very protocol. No government, no bank, no human being can change it. It's a monetary system built not on trust but on mathematical rules that no one controls. This is why the price of Bitcoin, expressed in dollars, changes constantly 24 hours a day. The market continuously recalculates its value based on demand, supply, and the level of global confidence in this system. But the most important thing isn't the daily price. It's the long-term value Bitcoin continues to build: freedom, individual ownership, censorship resistance, and independence from centralized power. And if you look at the data, you'll notice something profound. With the same amount of Bitcoin, you can buy more and more goods and services as time goes on. Bitcoin's real value is increasing, while the purchasing power of traditional fiat currencies keeps declining. In the next video, I'll talk about the mathematical law that explains this constant growth over time, the power law of Bitcoin. Make sure not to miss it, because there you'll understand why for many people Bitcoin isn't just an investment, it's a choice about the future of money. In the end, the question is simple: which monetary system do you trust? The one controlled by humans or the one built on mathematics?
Disclaimer and transparency. The script is original and handwritten by me. The digital avatar is my personal creation. My content is not financial advice nor investment solicitation. Study and always do your own research before investing.